Here are 5 tips and tricks that I've always used when it comes to climbing in Hearthstone. As you can see, I have a lot of pretty good legend placements. I play this game a lot. Um, I've enjoyed it for most of my life, actually. And, you know, I just want to see other people enjoy ladder success just like I do. Before we get into the video, did you know that 92% of my viewers are not subscribed? So you should hit that subscribe button to lower that number. And if you enjoy, make sure to like, comment, subscribe. I'll catch you guys into the rest of the video. When a card gets nerfed, there's no shame in disenchanting it, because you can always just recreate it. See, I didn't disenchant Starstrong Bow because I do plan on using it, but if I disenchant it for 400, I can always just recreate it later for 400. There is no shame in disenchanting any card that gets nerfed, even if you are trying to complete your collection, because cards that do get nerfed are probably not going to be playable in the near future. Therefore, it is probably better to just bank in on that dust now, so you can build cards that are good, that will help you win more, and in that case, winning more means you can have more gold, more packs, more dust to further your collection. When using the anomaly Driven to Greed, where you'll get a coin every turn that you have excess mana, if you have Yogg-Saron in your deck, make sure always to coin at the end of every turn, even if you have nothing to do it with, so that you always have excess mana. Of course, on paper it sounds weird. Oh, I'm coining just to gain a coin, but no, you're coining to make it so that Yogg will always cost 1 less, and you still are not losing that coin. Use a deck tracker. There's no shame in it. Everyone does it that is trying to win. They have so many options that allow you to see multiple things. I personally use the Hearthstone deck tracker from HS Replay. Not sponsored. Here, let's take a look at it. I use it right here. I have all the decks I've ever played through here. A lot of them are bad, but say I can go through, and if I want to look at what's this deck that I went 0-5 with? Oh, it's a really bad Dragon Reno Hunter? Wow, I can know not to craft this again unless something changes. Or I could see decks that I've done very good with. 37-21. What's this? It is a Face Hunter that I built. Decks like this are obviously very good to be able to re-see, and having a deck tracker also allows you to see what cards are in your deck in game, or see things like spells played with Yogg-Saron, which currently is very important because that lets you know if your Yogg-Saron is going to cost 0. So it's very important to have something like this as a tool rather than using your brain so you have more time to focus on what's actually happening in the game. When using Zephyrus the Great, if you have him in Mulligan, it is more times than not the best play to play him on 2 to get Wild Growth, to ramp into your later mana turns. By playing Wild Growth on 3, your next turn you will have access to 5 mana. So you could play things like Raza the Unchained, you could play Mass Hysteria, you could play things like a Pet Collector if you're playing Reno Hunter. There's a lot of options that are available to you on turn 4, 1 turn earlier with Zephyrus, that make it so you have a higher chance of winning rather than trying to use Zephyrus for a board clear, which, of course, you can still do, but this is why I am recommending that playing Zephyrus on 2 for Wild Growth typically is a very good play. There's no shame in net decking. I do it, your opponents do it, people you know probably do it. You can find a lot of really good decks on websites like Hearthstone Decks, which is ran by a person that I really like. His name's Neon. He is pretty cool. Again, not sponsored by any of the websites I've gone over. You can find things like, look at this guy. You know him, Questline Hunter. You can find things like a Beast Hunter that hit decently high legend. Find Quest Mage number 7 legend. Wow. Odd Rogue. Oh, it's me again. Wow. And then there are a lot of other websites that have resources like this. You can click on it if it's uh if it loads properly. Sorry, you have the deck list, the deck code, and then if they had attached a tweet to it, you can see things related to it. See. Oh, my win rate isn't on here. That's weird. Well, sorry. You can see things like win rates. You can see things like win rates from the tweet attached, and then you get to see where they placed, most likely because it'll be in the title. And it's just a all-around very good tool to use because a lot of decks that you make yourself aren't going to be very good, and a lot of these decks, especially top 500 ones, are going to be played by people who play their classes a lot and more likely refined than decks you would find on things like HS Replay, which, of course, HS Replay is still a great site, but it uses data from people playing rather than what someone who hit a high rank posted that they are running. Yeah, well, those are the 5 tips and tricks that I think that you should be using. If you enjoyed, please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys out there.